That would be good if everyone was not as hateful as I am at the moment, because that would probably not be productive. That would be far more destructive.
No, I hear you on that one. All right, I am trying to pull up one to let's see. Give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to play tech in the background.
Yeah, that's okay. So I think that quote is just especially relevant. Especially relevant, Zester, because Greg Gutfeld was on the 5 today. I was listening to it as I was driving back from lunch with Jen and some other very nice folks, and he said something along. He actually F-bombed on live television and said, "All you have done is woken us the F up. That's what you've done." And this is feels. You're right, Zester. It feels like a 9/11 moment, a Pearl Harbor moment.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like it.
It does.
Yeah, a lot of people want us to go to Rumble only, and it's
a day that will live in infamy.
I feel I just don't feel like giving in now. Instagram, here's one that that son Riley sent me that and worst we can get on this one's a copyright violation, guys, and they just will demonetize, and they demonetize me any all the time anyways. So let's see what he brought to the table.
I don't hear any sound.
Yeah, that'll definitely get us demonetized, but worth it. You have been commanded to go forth. I will share that for everybody. I'm not going to.
So everybody can hear the sound, because you've got to add with sound. You can send it to me, Pops, and I can add that one in real quick.
I don't know. I've already added links here. I'm just
All right.
Just don't want to overdo it. That's all. Oh wait, I popped that in the wrong one. Let's get over here. All right, I can fix that. Mr. Sandos, thank you for that. Much appreciated. All right. Let's see. What Project Looking Glass was used with the? I'm just. I don't even know where to go. Safer.
I don't know what to say about aliens. I mean, I got the alien event this week, but I just feel overwhelmed. I just decided this week I'm going to write a new book. I'm gonna call it The Three Coups, and I'm going to talk about Kennedy and Nixon and Trump and how it's all about aliens to some extent. All three of those men. And now I don't know if I even want to do that. Now I don't know if I don't want to do something completely different. I'm just going to tell you this. Who you should be friends with, you're going to find out. If you haven't already found out, in the next 24 hours, you're going to find out the people you should be friends with and the people you should never speak to again.
Yeah, there's quite a few that have already regulated themselves to the ass sheep of my history.
Yep. And no one should blame you for that. Oh, you shouldn't get rid of friends because of their political beliefs. Well, yes, you should. Sometimes you should. If death and destruction is what they bring with their beliefs, then yes, you should. I have a friend of over 40 years I went to high school with. I won't speak to anymore.
All right. How do you?
And not because of today.
How do you be friends with somebody that think you should be dead? That think you should be removed from the face of the planet?
Yeah. Or maybe not you, but just everybody who thinks exactly like you, apparently. Yeah. How are you friends with that? How do you?
Yeah.
How can
Thank you for posting that, Kukla, in the Intel room. Yeah, I don't know how you make yourself be friends. I'm not saying that you wish them ill, but probably distance yourself. Say, let me know when you find your compass again.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were going to have first of all, I completely forgot that we were doing this tonight. So I was just about to put on my alarm and take a nice little 90-minute power nap. And I'm like, Whiskey and Wisdom, dang, there's the link. I got to get on here. But
I forgot to give you the link too until we'd already started. And I was like, that's
so
okay.
Much
going on, the emotions, the wash,
But I mean, now I don't even want to talk about aliens. I just want to talk about what we're going to do for the next couple of years. But this reminds me in some ways of the O.J. Simpson verdict when it came out, and I saw all these people cheering for a double murderer, and I said to myself, our problems are a lot bigger than we think they are. And it's now been 30 years, and we're finally starting, I think, to figure out.
No, we've hit the Roman circuses. We are beyond the Roman bloodbaths. We are absolutely sitting at the fall of the Roman Republic. We are sitting in such to say that history rhymes at this point is completely inaccurate. It is repeating.
To make you authoritarian.
It's
cyclical.
To make you authoritarians happier, though, the empire way outlasted the republic.
It did, and the empire was also a Christian empire, and maybe that's why. Because Constantine turned it into a Christian empire.
I do start to question whether things of that nature may not be in some degree necessary for the future evolution of humanity. I am starting to wonder whether a similar occurrence of the Roman Republic dissolving to become the Roman Empire is not a general necessity of humanity.
Yeah, well, you know what?
You can't trust people.
Right. I've always said since 2015 when he ran for president, I said, to me, the historical comp for Trump is Caesar, because he's basically of noble blood, but he has the love of the people. He has armies willing to fight for him. He's had many, many victories in the arena in which he's fought, which has been the financial world. And he's fighting against the optimates, the corrupt republic. The republic had become so corrupt that one man, had to come in and try to fix things. And I honestly, I don't know, if you believe in reincarnation or not, either one of you, but I really think Trump is Caesar reincarnated, and he's back here to get it done right and finish the job this time. And I don't think he's going to be pardoning the bad guys the way Caesar did, so they can stab him in the back later. So, I mean,
Crumbles, all you do when your child's been brainwashed is lead by example.
Well, what was that, Mark? I'm sorry.
From Bowles was like, what do you do when your child's been brainwashed? A lot of folks have children 40 and 50 that, or younger. Right? All I can say is you drip on them and keep showing them a better way. And
you could show them Charlie Kirk videos. Those would be really fucking helpful.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah. Honestly, it would. Just like he said. I mean, we have a duty. We have a duty to do better, to strive, to build, to produce.
Hi, Susan. I love you. Thank you for everything.
Susan create.
Yep. Dave Bara said to me about 10 years ago, you know what this country needs? Needs a couple of decades of benevolent fascism. And I'm like, you may be absolutely right about that.
All right. For those, and this is a conversation that.
Was that wrong? Should I have not said that? Should I have not said that?
No. We've had that conversation a long time. The most efficient form of government and the ideal form of government really is an enlightened monarchy.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's impossible.
How do you count on your monarchy being enlightened?
Yeah, the human tendency is. Yeah, the human tendency is definitely to drift into corruption when you have that much power. But you have to. That's why you have to pick your emperors carefully.
Hey, Susan loves you too.
She's been helping me a lot. You want some good dating advice? Maybe Susan Gretz. Susan Gretz and I, maybe we should have a show called Dating Advice with Mike and Susan.
But then it might actually be good dating advice with Mike and Susan.
Oh, there's plenty of good dating advice on Mike Bara's part. But you just wait and see. But Mike and Susan together, who knows what they can achieve? We shall see.
Eeyore, I do not think this was a black swan event for us. I think this is more a what's the word I'm looking for here?
You're looking. I'll give you one, Mark. We just crossed the Rubicon today. We crossed the Rubicon. We did the unthinkable today. We've crossed it, and there's no going back. To use another Caesarean reference.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody is this shot heard around the world. And I think it is one. I mean, I hesitate to say this is as big as when Martin Luther King was assassinated, but I can look throughout history and look at some other figures that were assassinated. I can say, yes, I do believe it's that big. Other ones, because it was. I agree with Zester, and it was a shot against Christianity. He was killed because of his Christian beliefs, folks. Plain and simple. Not because he was.
No, you know what, Mark? It wasn't that. It was killed because he was effectively communicating his Christian beliefs. He was changing minds and changing hearts. I knew a guy named Jordan Maxwell, who was, I used to call him a patron saint of conspiracy theory. And he knew all the stuff about all the bad things in government and all the secret societies. And he said, I asked a CIA guy once, why don't you guys shut me down? And he said, Jordan, we don't care if people hear you. We only care if people listen to you. And people listened to Charlie Kirk. And that's why what happened today happened. It's because they were listening to him. And he was changing the world.
Here's a Jimmy adding, my friends, I just saw an up close video of Charlie being shot. Believe me, it made it much worse. I all I can say is for those that haven't, don't. That is something I was talking to my daughter before we started the 7 o'clock, and she was pretty shaken by that one. And she disagreed with Charlie on a few things. She went to see him. Some of her friends worked with helped bring Charlie to their campus. She agreed with a lot of he said and disagreed with some of what he said, but she was just horrified at what had happened, and you don't get to unwatch it. Of course, if you need to steel your resolve for what we're in, then watch it. But
I watched it to see when I first heard about it and I saw the video. I decided to watch it because I wanted to see how serious it was, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, he's not going to make it. And I can't say what I would like to do to the person who did this in public on pay-per-view. And
on preview, pay-per-view, I don't think I can say what I feel about it in a text message.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain that would raise a damn flag. Like, no, I can't think of anything.
Oh, I'm sure I've already raised flags.
A genuinely honest interpretation of how Zester feels about today it's a criminal. It's criminal. I would view my own words as, oh shit, that probably shouldn't be said. But that is how I feel, and it's the honest truth. And so don't know what else to express. I cannot imagine for so many others that were even more fans of Charlie's work. I cannot imagine. I know the first person I called was my mom. My mom loved Charlie's work. She loved it. And the reason that I called her immediately is because she just a few days ago had called me and was talking about how persuasive he was for people in a younger demographic, how persuasive he was on college campuses, and how it gave her faith and belief
Mm-hmm.
in where everything was going. That was just a couple days ago. And so she was the first person I called the second that I heard about the shooting. And needless to say, it's far more than just a single life. And in all honesty, it's far more than Charlie. Charlie was an incredible orator. He was an incredible speaker.
Irreplaceable man.
And an incredible mind. But honestly, I feel like the pain and the loss has honestly gone way above and beyond him already. People aren't feeling pain for a loss of Charlie. They're feeling pain for the loss of a movement.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's bigger than just Charlie. It's an idea. It's a thought of common sense and of legitimate government and of a Christian-based government in terms of the morality that I think many people right now, at least I'm feeling that way, and I think maybe it's beyond me and that I'm not alone, is that's what we have lost. And I think it's scary because I don't know if it'll be replaced.
It can't be. He's irreplaceable. No one. I consider myself pretty sharp debater, but I mean, I couldn't do. Even though I know like everything Charlie, when Charlie would say something, I'm like, well, I know that, but to be able to put it together in the context the way he did and deliver it with the kindness that he did to educate these young minds that had been polluted by this darkness, it's irreplaceable. You can't. I mean, what he did was so eloquent and perfect, and the way he would respond so respectfully, and it's irreplaceable. So we've lost something. It's like the death of JFK, MLK, Robert F. Kennedy. These are people who could say things in a certain way and with a certain cadence and tenor that reached everybody, that you could feel God's truth emanating from them at times, no matter their imperfections. And I'm just grateful, Zester. I'm really grateful for you that you have a mom. You still have a mom that you could call and talk to, because, it's days like today that even the strongest of men need their moms to keep them from doing the things that men do in times like these.
Charlie had class. He embodied class, and that is something that is woefully missing in today's world, and especially in the political arena. We're surrounded by so many that have no class. Every space, from Truther Movement to the left, especially, to our leaders, our elected officials, just so many with no class. And Charlie had class and eloquence, and yeah.
Wow.
Just guys, we have a couple of days. We get to feel sorry for ourselves. We get to whatever, and then we need to be energized. Then we need to use it to gird ourselves, put on the armor, and get back in.
I think
back in the ring.
I think we can go to his own words on that one, and I want to make certain, in all honesty, that I get those right before I try to quote them exactly. But Charlie was a proponent of jumping on moments to influence politics. He stated it many, many times that essentially those moments were an opportunity. And in that regard, maybe he gave us the greatest opportunity, that he gave the ultimate sacrifice. And maybe that is the greater truth that will come out of everything, is that Charlie gave the ultimate sacrifice to prove, as the liberals like to say, prove me wrong, was written on the bottom of his tent as the shooter shot. Maybe his ultimate message will be that no one can prove him wrong. And maybe that's something that we can hold as a hard fact of his life and of his legacy.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, videos. Let's see. I can't chat another. I don't know, Tree Bitter. I can see you. I don't know. Tech seems to be off, but keep in mind, guys, the internet is absolutely overloaded because of this moment in time. X shut down because of the number of posts. So many platforms could not handle the volume of people screaming, ranting, raving, crying, mourning. Many on the left taking a victory lap, excited that it happened, which to me tells you everything you ever need to know about them as human beings or their lack of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
If something would have happened to Kamala Harris, I would not be out here celebrating it.
Right. But,
it's funny. The entire thought that they could lift that up and say, that's great. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's somebody that had, Ho Chi Minh or somebody that had killed like millions of people, yeah, I would be like, I hate it. Sorry for his family, but I'm glad the tyrant is gone. But the victory lap, the joy they are taking in that suffering is sickening.
I wouldn't wish it upon my enemies,
No.
and much less to imagine the pain that his family has to feel, and even the thought that people are expressing. Those words and those statements online, I cannot even imagine the pain and suffering that would be occurring as his family member. I can't imagine it. It's unimaginable.
Fiery Leo, mostly it just times out. It can't load. Timeout, errors. That's usually when they're overloaded, what you'll see.
Well, before it, when right around the time, I wonder, there's this thing called the Princeton Global Consciousness Project, and when major events happen, they have these random number generators, and when major events happen, they will ping non-randomly against one side of the line or the other. And 9/11 is the best example. Before 9/11 happened, the whole thing started shooting up, and I wonder what the world global reaction to this is, because I think it's going to be huge. So
no, I think the global reaction has been large, and I think Christianity as a whole does look at it as an attack.
They have to. If you don't, when are you gonna take up the sword of God? When are you gonna take it up? If not
Sword
now,
of Damascus.
Yeah, Damocles. I thought it was Damocles.
Damocles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nobody that can do what he was doing to reach young people. Nobody. So where are we going to find that?
I think that
maybe it's Lester, maybe it's somebody else. People will step up. They will fill those shoes. They may not fill them as well, but it may take 10, 20, 100 to fill his shoes. But
yeah,
Charlie started a movement, and it will live on. Maybe I just need to believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, his wife and 2 children were there today at the event.
Well, the kids, luckily, I'm sure won't remember it, but it'll stay with his wife forever.
They will have to hear for their entire life how they were there for the event. So they will remember it through others' eyes.
Yeah.
Sin Pony said, I heard they weren't there. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard they were. I don't know what to say on that one. Renee, thank you for that. I need that positivity. Seed fell to the ground, and it will bear much fruit.
I am going to say one thing.
Patriots were spilled upon the tree of freedom today.
Mm-hmm. I am going to say one thing. If you do see someone posting and gloating about this, if it's on their real name, find out who they are and report them to their employer. Get them fired.
No, absolutely. Somebody says something nasty and hurtful and shameful, celebrating, absolutely. See if it says where they work. Take pictures. Keep that record. Many are going to try to run from the hateful things they said.
Yep.
Don't let them. Don't let them run from that. Accountability is something that we need. We need to make people think.
And I gotta say, Trey Parker and Matt Stone on South Park, they got to hit him for incitement. The way they went after this guy the last month, can't tell me it's not directly linked. South Park needs to be taken off the air, all of it, no matter how great it was at times. The whole thing needs to be taken off the air for a long, long time. They crossed the line, and look what happened.
Yeah, well, then getting to listen to Eric Swalwell's and the Peter pencil neck shifts, and all of them screaming, "Oh, this is so horrendous!" It's that rhetoric from the right causing it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And again, MSNBC. If I'm President Trump, I'm just taking away MSNBC.
NBC needs to lose their license today, right now.
Take their license away. Yeah.
Or they need to clean house on the lady that was commentating when it happened. I'm just like
their license
blown away. She needs to be so fired, so gone, so never allowed in journalism again.
Yeah.
And NBC, they're just going to be like, yeah, whatever, get over it. They might move her to an affiliate. Just bear with it. Yeah, no, MSNBC was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was yeah. Angel 7, you're probably referring, well, there are a lot of videos out there. Shoot, I didn't mean to do that one. I had one up. I'll try to pull that one up again, but you're probably referring to that one. There are a few videos that people in the crowd filmed. This person had run from the right side of the roof to the left side and laid back down. There's a lot of video evidence out there already, so it's going to make for some interesting time, and we should probably all do a little better staying calm for the next 48, 72 hours.
Yep.
We do need to be careful. We do need to be careful in that regard.
Grandma Evie saying MSNBC put out an apology a little while ago. It was sadly done, but it was there. Yeah.
Okay, you know what the apology has to be? Firing every single person that was on that broadcast. That's what it needs.
Did not stand up and say, "Whoa, check yourself."
And pray
publicly they don't take crucify them in words. Like, oh no, horrible human beings that have been fired. Not just, hey, we had a bit of a mistake earlier. No.
Yep. Prayers for a nation, prayers for a people, prayers for Charlie's family this evening. And prayers for all the ones that said the nasty things, that they may see the error of their ways, guys. I right, wrong, or indifferent, I need to believe that no person is beyond retribution. I mean, what's salvation? I need to believe it. Not certain today that I do, but oh geez, oh no, Teresa Smith, my mother loves you, lost her battle with cancer, isn't with us to let you know she watched you every day, at least 5 years. Wow. William, so sorry to hear that. We've lost a couple. We have another one in stage 4 fighting right now with everything shut down, and that's heartbreaking, William. Just know that my prayers are with you. My thoughts are with you, and wish there's something I could do. Makes you feel a little, I don't know, maybe it's a man, we need to fix things or do things, but it definitely makes you, or makes me, feel inadequate when there's there's just no words I can say to help. It's so difficult.
Let's not forget the young girl murdered on the train either. I mean, that was a huge story until this happened today. Maybe they're trying to get that off the air. I don't know.
enough is enough. That was the viral going on in regards to Charlotte and the horrifying murder there. And I think, in all honesty, I hope that it only spreads her message and his message more. That's what I hope on account of it. Hours before he was publicly, yeah. Where's Riley? Hours before he was publicly killed. Hours before he was killed, he publicly stood up for her. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if have we left everybody emotionally exhausted and we reconvene in the morning.
Yeah, I like that hashtag. Enough is enough. Maybe we should go with that.
That was the one that started with the young lady in Charlotte, and it does seem to be apropos right now.
Enough is enough. We're past the point of it being something that can be dismissed. It's far past that point.
Been a very tough one. Thank you for the prayers, Miss Maria. Yeah, lead by grace, not by rage. I think that's especially important right now.
And I would have to say that the trauma and the timing is far too well planned to be nothing more than a coincidence. Because, yes, tomorrow is 9/11. And I think that they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
I think they did.
Enough is enough. Be like Charlie. Yeah, that video, it really, the one on Instagram, I mean, it's definitely screaming to me. We have a calling, we have a responsibility. Our battle's not against flesh and blood.
Yep. It's definitely against something evil.
I didn't know I had that many tears. Yeah, I've been had a tough time holding them in today. And I know we're not supposed to cry and all those things, but you know, I weep for a people, I weep for a nation.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like and trying to like express this. I guess it would be like a parent waking up and realizing their child, while you still love them, is a mass murderer or a satanic mass murderer or something. Yeah, you're waking up and it's the country I love, and you realize that some of them aren't fit to exist inside society. That there is so much hate, that they are so devoid. I mean, it's like a generation. Well, I shouldn't say generation because it's I've seen it in 80-year-olds. I've seen it in 15-year-olds. I've seen it in 30 and 40 and 50. But they're psychotic.
They're soulless.
They're soulless. That's the only word I can use. They are soulless.
Yeah. I might use another term that starts with sub and the second word starts with H, but I don't know if that'll get me in trouble.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And
Whitney Cummings, comedian who's pretty liberal, but goes back and forth, said, if today's horror doesn't make you sick, regardless of what side you're on, you're not on a side. You're in a cult. Yeah. I have to say that.
I think that was a pretty decent way of expressing it, regardless of where personal opinions. I'm not going to argue with anyone over anything, but you know what? We used to live in a world where we had the ability to argue over things without worrying about getting shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was not that long of a time ago, in all honesty.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it took all the wind out of my sails today. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Boy, I tell you, it took the wind out of my sails. I'm not certain another rambling prayer is going to help after the one from the 7 o'clock podcast, but I would encourage everybody to say a prayer for both yourselves, for Charlie's family, and for our world, for Christianity.
Well, I greatly enjoyed your prayer earlier, Bob. So I don't know. Maybe there is something to be said about repetition on that front.
Yeah. Slaughtered. Yeah, that's a good word. Born and bred. For what they did.
You know, praying is the only thing that's going to keep me from doing what I want to do. And what I want to do, you can probably figure out from watching some old Charles Bronson movies.
I was thinking more Rambo, but
Same. Yeah.
I was thinking more like Taken.
Yeah.
All right, Liam.
Yeah, exactly. I have a very specialized set of skills.
Yeah, some exercise, get out, see the world. Remember that most of the people still care.
Edward Cullen the vampire is in here. Hi, Ed.
Yeah, I always got a kick when I see Edward's name on there too.
The sparkly vampire.
Dwayne, you are correct. When people cheer the assassination of a thought leader, our nation's in grave danger. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And then I see just so many out there monetizing it, just screaming. Tough one.
Yeah.
No, William, I appreciate the prayers. I'm returning them to you. No, you're going through a tough one. Yeah, I guess that's probably is. I mean, is that okay with Zester, Mike? Close with a little prayer.
Sure.
Absolutely. It might keep me from owing any more money to the swear jar because I can't afford already what I've racked up.
Yeah, at least you used it in the proper whatever when you said God does damn that type of behavior. He does not approve of that type of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I would sure hope so. I choose to believe it.
All right. Heavenly Father, we ask for your comfort in these troubling times. More than that, we ask for your strength to continue. We also ask for your strength to lift us up, help fill those shoes. We ask for guidance, calmness, love. We ask that you would fill us with love, that we not lead with hate and not lead with rage. We also ask that you would give us the fortitude to stand in this battle, because it is not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. We ask that you would lift us up. We ask that you would forgive us our sins and our hateful thoughts during these times, as we just want revenge. We ask that you would fill us with better thoughts and clear purpose to lift your kingdom up and to show the world what it means truly to be a Christian. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I know that's a tough time because I'm human and it's not the emotions I want to feel right now, but I know I still know the difference between right and wrong. And if I ever get to the point where I don't, or should I say I remember again, I think we all go through times in our life where that line gets a little blurred. And all right, I'm just going to keep rambling.
A journey, not a destination.
It is a journey. It is a journey. All right. Yeah. I know I need a little downtime to reflect.
Yeah.
Mike, when's your next one? Or is that just too much to think about right now?
I'm done for the week. Got the Alien event coming up, and then I'm supposed to fly to Austin on Wednesday to to shoot an alien thing, so I don't think I'm going to be on. Jen's going to be on vacation. I don't think we're going to be on. And by the way, the thing we all talk about, I think is going to happen anyway, sometime in that period. So I probably wouldn't be able to talk about it anyway. So
yeah, no part of me thinks this has derailed that movement or that.
No, I don't. No, I don't think it has. Yeah, just to fill everybody in, I don't think it's going to have any effect on that at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to have any effect.
But did Marina get to Vegas all right? She comes tomorrow.
Yeah,
she'll be boarding a plane in about 6 or 7 hours. So looking forward to that. And Jen and Missy, who's in the chat, is going to be there. And
I had a half-cocked notion to come see you. Of course, I was trying to balance that with needing to be in or wanting to be in California at events, and family and friends worry. They're like, you really should consider your security because there are that many crazies out there. I know I'm not as big a name, but I mean,
no, you're not allowed to go anywhere. I'll go ahead and let everybody know Pops is not doing any events in the near future, and sorry, not sorry.
Well,
sorry, sorry. You won't have Pops at any events recently. Otherwise, I will start spreading marbles around his house. And so we can debate this from two different angles, but ultimately I will ensure that he cannot roll out of the house. And so my apologies to everyone out there who does want a Mark Z event. I love you. I appreciate you. He appreciates and loves you, but ultimately he ain't going to be there. Sorry. Zester will ensure that he has a flat tire on that day. And so my bad, but, he's going to have to get out of that chair and run if he wants to get there. And
wow.
That will be a slam dunk win. But
Dr. J, a few more prayers. I'm out of this chair.
Exactly. Yeah. But, I'm sorry, Pops. You're not going to make it. So no worries on that front. No worries on that.
Yeah, I think if they had their way after today, the Starlink would be going to the mountains with me.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I understand that I would love to go out and do events and everything else also, but ultimately, sorry. You're gonna have a really hard time figuring out how to get him back off the island once I get him back here.
You know what, Zester, I'm so proud of you. Sometimes I forget you're not my real son.
And I would like to point out, guys, Mike, I am absolutely covered up with class this evening. Well done, sir.
I did my best.
There
are some times you just can't be Mike Bara. Tonight's one of them.
Oh, yeah, Cindy, I'd like to laugh. Having a tough time. I guess that helps. One Titan sending you up marbles, Zester.
Hey, there you go. I could use more marbles and packs. Let's be throwing thumbtacks and marbles all over the floor.
Yeah.
Too funny. All right. I will be back at 10 in the morning. Let's see. We do have Wade and Gina joining tomorrow from My Free Water after all the news, normal podcast, and then them. Should have Dr. Scott on tomorrow evening. I think it's a good time to have Dr. Scott. I think we could use that grounding that comes with them. Normal Friday, Mr. C. Normal Saturday.
I do want to say one other thing. One of my fantasies, if the RV is gigantic, is I want to make Star Trek movies. And I don't know if you know this, but Charlie Kirk's name was Charles James Kirk. So if I do achieve that dream and get to make a Star Trek movie, there is going to be a reference in there to Captain Kirk's father, whose name is going to be Charles James Kirk. And yeah, just so you know, on the record, if that ever happens, it's going to be a tribute to this man, this real man who was murdered today.
Yeah. In cold blood.
For no reason other than Satan and his minions doing what they do.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's. See you folks in the morning.
Good night, everybody.